Have you ever wondered which is the true reason behind posting a story? Well, you should do that on Instagram. You want to share a beautiful moment you're spending with yourself, with your friends, with your family, and you wanted to share it with anyone. But why? I mean, when people started to have this urge, to show off to people what they were doing, because it's something that normalizes in our world. That you go to a party, you post a story, you travel, you post a story of the plane taking off to leave our friends with the mystery. Oh my God, where he's going? Oh, he's such a cool guy. He's going to probably to a wonderful place, and I invite you. I would like to be at his place. This is everything behind a story. This is not you. I always thought that it was me, like keeping track on my activities, on my life, what I'm doing. But actually, I wanted people to look at that. Okay, if I was posting a story and then I was checking and very few people watch it, I was not feeling satisfied. I ever lived this moment or just fake, because no one's seen it. The right baby, the girl that I want to impress, she didn't see this photo. So was that worthy? And when at some point you realize, and for me I think it was before the COVID, that all the situation was absorbing me, was taking my energy, I just decided to, do a step back. I didn't delete the apps. Many people do that. I don't believe in that. I just stopped using them. I denormalized that I was doing them. But first, let's talk about the good points of all the social medias, the online world, and how it affected positively our society. The first thing, I think, is the community. Okay, with the internet, with the social media, it's easier to reach people that share the same passion with you, the same interest. And this is something very hard, because sometimes you have to, travel across the world to find people that can understand your point of view. But with the web, it's easy. Okay, you just have to go under the right video, in the right forum, in the right Reddit. I never use it, but probably. And you will find people that, are probably closer to you than the people that are geographically in the same place as yours. And this is great. Okay. The other stuff is the potential. Okay, the potential to create something that otherwise would have been impossible. You want to promote your music, you have many channels to do that. Okay, you're not limited to a recording company that make you sign a contract. There are many different ways, and the only limit is your creativity. So I don't think the social media are bad. If you use them correctly, if you use them to add value to your life, they're probably good. But of course, if you're spending your time scrolling and watching brain rots and young people dancing and bringing nothing to your life, probably is not. I remember that it was after COVID, so I already stopped using the social medias, where basically I was talking with this colleague of mine of a previous work, and she was I watched the story of this famous influencer. I will not mention who, and I didn't like that. Maybe I will unfollow her. I was like, what? Why you can? How sad is your life? The problem you wake up the morning with is if following an influencer or not. What's the problem? What went wrong? Are you really so sad? But you didn't realize, because it's, this is our way to feel powerful. I can follow you or I cannot follow you. I have the power. Not you, that you are getting money from many other people looking at your stories. No. It's me that have the power. This is, what I truly believe. And this is crazy. There is this, I always felt it was crazy. Why you should follow someone that you don't know, like a star, a singer, an actor, an influencer. That, I mean, they don't even have a talent. Why? Why should you follow them? Why you care about their private life, their traveling? Why? Just, they're not doing anything. But people like gossiping. They like rumors. But why? Why you're so interested? I'm barely interested in what happened to my real friends. Think about what happened to people that I have no idea what they are, who they are. Yeah, they're not my friends. And this is another fear that people are, the fear of missing out. I had this, I had to go to Instagram every day and watch the stories of all my friends because I could not miss anything. Somebody I say, why that? Why I'm spending time watching what other people that, people that sometimes I don't see, I have not seen in 10 years. Why should I care about what they are doing? And I just stopped. I just stopped watching stories. Sometimes, when I go to a place with some friend, I go to watch that exact story. But I don't scroll all the stories of my friends. Why should I care? Why? I'm not interested. And most of times, in some occasion, can be some location that are interesting. So I want to visit. So it's important to me to watch. That's why, just lately, I started to follow many traveling pages. Just because I want to check the location. Okay, I will put this. But not to invite my friends that went there. Not because I'm afraid to missing out that they are going there. And this is something that now it's natural for me, but at the beginning was hard. It was hard because, I was feeling like, oh my God, people are doing things and I will never know because the story will expire and I will never get this information. But, over time it got the contrary. Like now for me, it's crazy to go to watch. And when it happened that I go to Instagram and say, okay, let's try to watch some random friends, some random stories. I'm like, wow, oh my God, this person changed a lot and I miss it. But then I say, okay, I don't care. I will never see again this person anyway. So why should I care? This is something that, it should be spread around. Why we care that much about what other people are doing, less of focusing on what we can do. Think about that. The last thing, and probably the most dangerous of social media, is the scrolling. It's funny because it should be a big problem, but it's something very easy. It's a little action. You're just doing like that with your thumb, but this thing is changing your life. I have my girlfriend that she is a little like that. She just go to the sofa, go to the bed. She starts scrolling at 2 hours later, she realizes she lost the 2 hours. And it's very bad. It's very bad. I don't know how to help her. But I think she needs to go out of this situation by herself or with her own strength. But the point is that scrolling is not helpful. I know that many of you even think that you are doing something educational. You're watching historical clips, and probably it's true, you're learning something at least, but this is not the way. Okay, scrolling stuff just very bad. Go to YouTube, watch a video about how the Roman Empire ended. Okay, but you need to get a full experience, not just something very easy that it doesn't work with your attention, with your capability of listening carefully to one entire video. So yes, I think the social are absorbing you, and I know that it can be hard at the beginning, but believe me, the benefits of that, and it's years that probably I open from time to time, but I didn't spend more than 5 minutes scrolling TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Who remembers Facebook? So it's great. you, at the end of the journey, you will feel more free. And it's of course a feeling that I cannot express. You have to live it yourself, experience it yourself. But at the end, I'm grateful for that.